Hey guys, this is JB on my YouTube channel, Wide Receiver Colson, and this is the last edition of my fantasy football show with a position of individual defensive players. And I'm going to do the top 5, then a sleeper, and a potential rookie that could break out. So the top guy on my board is James Harrison. I put him at the top of my board because he gets a lot of tackles, he gets a lot of sacks, and he always manages to be around the ball. Now, he doesn't have many fumble recoveries or that many interceptions, but he always disrupts plays enough and gets tackles where it makes up for him not having many fumble recoveries or sacks or defensive touchdowns because, well, yeah, he has so many tackles. And then the second guy on my board is hold on, guys. Justin Tuck. Well, he's similar to James Harrison, but he has less tackles and more sacks. That's enough for me because to warrant him being number 2, because he has had at least 11.5 sacks in 2 of the last 3 seasons, and has had at least 59 tackles in 2 of the last 3 seasons. So while he may not have as many tackles, it'll be a definite guarantee that the sacks will be there. And the fumble recoveries, while they weren't there consistently in the last 3 years, last year he did have 5 fumble recoveries, which may be a mirage, but the potential to do that is definitely there. So definitely go with that in hopes of having a similar season last season. Now, the third guy on my board is Charles Woodson. Now, in two of the last 3 seasons, he has had at least 7 interceptions and 1 defensive touchdown. Now, for a corner, that's really good. And to add in that he's had at least 63 tackles in 2 of the last 3 seasons, or at least 63 tackles in the last 3 seasons, warrants for his position a very high or a very solid draft pick. So expect the interceptions to come back up from last season, as he only had 2 last year. That number should definitely go up, and yeah. And the number 4 guy on my list is number 4 guy. Where is he? Gerard Mayo. He, in each of the last 3 seasons, he's composed at least 103 tackles and has had at least a second half in 2 of the last seasons. Two out of 3 seasons, he's had at least a second half. So definitely the tackles are going to be like atmospherically high. So I would say definitely worth it. Though, if you're playing a league that warrants more points for tackles, definitely take Gerard Mayo in expectation that the tackles will warrant you a lot of points and lead you to a victory every week. Now, for the 5th guy on my board is Nakam Sue. Now, he had 10 sacks and 66 tackles on a fumble recovery, an interception, and a defensive touchdown last year. For a rookie, that's really good. And they added Nick Fairley this year in the draft. And they have Chris Vandenbosch and Cliff Averill returning on the line. And so defense or offenses can't really focus on Nakamura Suh, so he's going to be consistently busting through the defense and getting a lot of tackles, a lot of sacks, and all that. So draft Suh with the expectation of a very solid season. Now, a sleeper pick that could potentially warrant you a surprise that will get you a few points may be where is he? Aaron Curry. Aaron Curry, well, he's just in his third season and he's only racked up at least 60 tackles in his 2 first seasons. He's due to break out because they have had solid play from him, and with the hopes of him finally breaking out, he's real solid. He's a good talent, and they finally might have players around them that will take a little bit of pressure off of him. So go for it. If you're like, oh, I need one last guy for IDP, and so think of Aaron Curry. If you need a last minute guy to get waiver wise or late rounds drafting, Aaron Curry's your guy. Now here's a rookie sleeper that maybe is a potential pick that would do really good this year. Nick Fairley. As I just said a couple of players ago, he's on line with Nakamura Suh, Chris Vandenbosch, and Cliff Averill. That's a really good line. So really none of those guys on that line can be double teamed, which in turn should give Nick Fairley plenty of opportunities to get tackles, sacks, fumble recoveries, interceptions, defense, and touchdowns. He'll be a solid player across the board, so take Nick Fairley as an excellent rookie to take. Peace out, guys. And I'll get back to you guys next week with a new line of stuff. Put stuff down, ideas down there in the comment box if you want me to do a specific topic or anything. Peace out, guys.